Okay, here's our different options for washers. So his bike, he had these like a brake line banjo bolt washer in here. These are rubberized seal washers. They make these for different sizes. I don't know who has these, but they're out there. I've seen them before. This one's made for a 1/4 inch bolt, it looks like. So that goes in there like that, bolts down, and goes against the aluminum seals. It'll seal it pretty good. Harley, what they did was they have a copper washer and then a paper washer, and you don't put anything on it, and you tighten it down, and that's supposed to seal it. And these washers right here, what happens, they turn into they bow like that, and when you tighten these down real tight, because you are supposed to tighten them down really tight, it splits the washer right in half and like that, and then it leaks right out of it. Copper will not seal on its own, so that, I mean, why do you even use them stupid things? I never use them, never have used them. So what I do is I have a format material gasket here that I get. It works pretty good. With my damn knife. So I just had it out. I had it out and put it back. Oh, you got your own now?
Yeah.
You've been around me too much? You're carrying weapons now?
Scared.
So this is the format material, which has this steel, stainless, or whatever's in the middle. And then you got the soft, cushy stuff on both sides. So that goes in there like that. And you tighten it down, and it will seal nicely against that, no problem. You're good for one application, you're good to go. That's what I use. If I'm putting new bolts in there, I put an extra thick washer and it does not bend, which makes it even better. That's how I do it. So we're going to use these on this bike. We're going to upgrade. So I got 4. We're not using this cover, because that should be in the bike. Okay, so the fun part we're going to have is getting this into the holes over there. So these, you put a little dab of Loctite on them, not too much. And that'll work. Okay, let's go see if we can get them in. We had to drop the motor down to get these out. Get my finger anywhere near that. That screwdriver right there. Can't see anything. Yeah.
Try.
I think I'll try the easier way of doing this stuff. It's called Lego. Pre-put the damn thing in there, that's what you try to do. There, how about that? You like that method easier?
Seemed to work pretty well.
Yeah. I might have done that once or twice before.
Couldn't tell.
They don't come out that easy, but they go in that easy. So you run these down until they touch. Center up all your surfaces here. Okay. You still have a lot of room to get in here with.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, how you going over there? Almost get my finger on the back side. That stupid oil tank wasn't there. It's a great job for long fingers. I don't have those. Long skinny fingers. Okay. Remember this tool?
Yes.
Somebody stole it from me? Make a new one. Time to use it again. This will get easier once that Allen breaks in. How many years before the Allen breaks in?
Give it 5, 7.
20. Maybe I'll find my other tool by then.
Doubt it. I feel like if it's gone, it's gone.
You don't think you're gonna bring it back?
Nope.
No. You don't trust anybody, do you? Alright, that works. That was the easy one. This one will come in here, get underneath the wire. I think we have a better option on the other side. We have more room on this side. Remember I told you long strokes works better than a lot of short ones. Problem, you can't tell where the hex is at. So the hex only goes from here to here. So you have to figure out where that stroke length is going to be. Yeah. You have to figure out where that point's going to be. There, maybe. See, once you figure out where it's at, you can go back to it quickly. And it's a little bit thin, it doesn't lift up very well. Of course, the Allen's a little bit too tight also, which is not helping. I could do this for the motor in stock height because the wrench is thin enough. It works. So we're gonna get our big one in there. See, this is made to go in there. That's what this tool is made for. Okay, now we gotta get these covers lined up to where they're nice looking. So if you use the smooth side, not the hard side. Again, with a kind of halfway run. So right now we got, this cover's too far toward me. Whack it a little bit. Go on the other side, do the same. They never fit perfectly anywhere you do them. See, it's relatively close. If you put your fingers on it, you can feel it.
Very close.
Feels good. torque them down. Do a little at a time each way because the rubber has to compress all the way around. I'm starting to get all the thing tight now. Still moving on that side. Now you want to look in here or use your thumbnail to make sure it feels like it's all the way in equally. This works a good tool. You can really feel real quickly if you're close or not when you're putting everything in there. So you see how it's putting together pretty tight here. If that rubber was not in where it belongs, it'd be a high spot here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always double checking to make sure the rubber's where it belongs. It doesn't hurt to check the center one also while you're at it. At least put your finger and feel it. If you can feel the rubber at all sticking through, it means it's shifted. So I can't feel it in there at all. So that should be a good. Okay. About that much torque. We'll come back and double check that. That's finally getting tight on that one now. So is that one. So these are really easy to strip by over torquing. So it's kind of a feel thing. So we'll come back and check it here after I do this one and see if they move any, because the rubber kind of seals. You only want to put so much pressure on it. I'm still putting good torque on these, probably over 10 foot-pounds on these things. These things are supposed to torque in just like the other quarter-inch bolts, but it's like 10 or 12 foot-pounds on these things. It's way, way tight. Because the rocker box is really thin up under there.
Okay.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, it gets thin up under here. These evils are pretty tall, but you get into it like a twin cam, the thing's like cut in right here. Like some of the aftermarket covers, they cut right about in here and go straight in.
Oh.
You have no threads. Those will strip real easy. These ones are pretty tall, so you have a lot more room. You got you got over a ½ inch of thread in there. So you can torque these pretty good, because you're supposed to. So, it's just about knowing how to do everything where you're at. Okay, so that one's good. So that's how that one goes. So, I'll go ahead and do everything on the front. So we'll be right back.